Okay, here we go. Moving on to Alteryx. Almost at the end of the course. And best for last, in my humble opinion. I love Alteryx. I'm not going to lie about it. I think it's a fantastic product. And I saved it till last because it's really the most complicated. I believe far more complicated than Tableau, even though Tableau is complicated. It's also more powerful in my belief. It does more. It does more than visualize. It really does. Anyway, I'll get off my Alteryx soapbox. I'll probably get back on it later, so hang with me. Anyway, so here it is. The link's going to be in here. The reason why it's not is because I'm recording the video, and then I'm going to put the link in there. So you'll see the link, the YouTube from my YouTube account. It'll be there instead of this line. All right, there's three steps to this assignment, and they're really, from a big picture, is I'm just trying to get you acclimated to the Alteryx community and some basic functionality with Alteryx. We got two assignments. You're not going to learn Alteryx in two assignments. It's not possible. But like Tableau and those three assignments I had, these two assignments should give you some foundational knowledge to decide if you want to pursue additional studies in it or not. And if you do, as you know by now, I've created a couple certificates which really blend Alteryx and Tableau together. All right, so here we go. Step one is to create a community account, Alteryx community account. That's actually fairly complicated, and we'll get into that in a minute. And then we're going to do some interactive videos, or you're going to do some interactive videos. That's 15 points, nothing for creating the account, but you need it to do step 2 and 3. So you're going to do some interactive lessons, not really videos, or lessons. And then step 3, I'm going to actually have you take the Alteryx Micro-Credential exam, which you'll probably, that's the first credentialing exam, which you'll probably fail. Almost everybody does a first try without studying it much, and just a week into it, probably won't pass it. Maybe you will, and if you do, I'll give you some extra credit points. So this is the assignment, and I need some help here because this is a bit complicated. So I created myself a little cheat sheet here, a little PowerPoint. So I'm going to bring it up here, and this is for me to walk you through this in a way that makes sense, because it can be confusing at first. So the first thing here's what I want to touch upon. I got 5 slides. This first one is I want to touch upon some resources I put in D2L, and then we're going to go through the steps, these 3 steps. So I'm going to head out to D2L and show you what I put in there for you to get you started on your Alteryx journey. Okay, here we go. So notice I put it right here at the first here, Alteryx resources, and then I have this thing called exam prep guide, community and designer reference. These are actually from my class. If you decide to take a class with me, the Business 2400, Business Analytics 1, 2400. These are parts of that class, structure to that class. So anyway, again, what you do here is you just don't do this, download them, and then it goes into your download file. I've already done this. I feel like I'm like at a baking show, right? I've already prepared this. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to go download. And again, right here, download. So here we go. I'm just going to quickly look at these things. I just want you to know they're here. And I'm not going to go over it because there's a lot here. So this is a guide to help folks prepare for this micro-credential. The first credential is free. That's what you get after passing the credential, and you can take it once every 7 days. It goes over all this, some really helpful links that can get you started pass this thing. Nice credential to have, absolutely free. It just shows, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I guess it would help. My bad. I have 2 computers. I guess it would help if I put it over on the screen. You can see. Here it is. Micro-Credential. There you go. Prep guide. It just walks you through it. Uh, it talks about resources to help you pass this, and there you go. I think it's a nice little guide. That's there. What else? Class 2, it says a reference sheet. This is really quite helpful, but likely confusing at first, and don't worry about that. This is community and designer reference sheet. So it's important to understand this thing about community and designer. So there's all these helpful links, and you can click on them, and it gets you started with it. So it's a nice reference sheet. Um, don't be surprised if it throws you for a loop at first. No worries. I'm just throwing it at you. Here's the other one. And I could also have other things in there. I just sort of an ad hoc place for me. When I see a cool resource, I dump it in here. So there might be more here when you look at it, but these will be there minimally. So this is data cleansing reference sheet. So they're there. Um, Take them for what they're worth. If it throws you at first, don't worry. They're there. They'll make sense eventually. No big. Let me go back to this. So that's here. Again, I want to stress this. Alteryx resources in D12. Alteryx is really easy but complex to get your mind around. So as these two folks are showing, it's okay to be overwhelmed. Don't worry about it. Don't let that stop you. Just like with Tableau, right? I think you just throw yourself into it. It's okay. They're just there for you. You don't have to do them. I just wanted you to know they're there. All right. Now let's go step 1 on assignment. And so first thing I want to say before I go back to it is you don't need to install Alteryx on your computing device to sign up for Alteryx Community or to take the Alteryx Micro-Credentialing exam. You don't need to. These assignments, you don't have to. And also I want to say Alteryx is designed for Windows-based machines. If you have an Apple, don't download it. They have the kind of a workaround with Boot Camp. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I've never had a Mac machine, but don't do it. Don't do it, and don't blame me if it crashes your machine. This is a link to the system requirements for Windows-based machines. I will say this, it's important to know that if you want to take Business Analytics 1, you can, Business 2400, I call it, you can, and we'll more than likely have a computer for you. If you have a Mac, we have many Windows-based computers that we have Alteryx loaded on, so you can check out a computer for the semester that way. So don't let the fact that you have, if you have a Mac, Apple-based computer, you can still get Alteryx on from Member Hills. Just check it out. It happens all the time. All right, so let's talk about some possible points of confusion here as I go back to this. This is a bit confusing, so I'm just going to mention them here, then I'll kind of toggle through them. Here's some confusion. Alteryx Community versus the Alteryx website. Two different things, need to understand that. Alteryx Maverick versus Alteryx Community. Alteryx Maverick is an ill-fated attempt to rename Alteryx Community. I'm not sure how successful it's been, but if you see Maverick and you see Community and you go, what's what? Don't worry about it. Just think of it as Alteryx Community. I don't know if they'll change it back to it, but it's just confusing. It doesn't need to be. All right, so this Alteryx Community versus Alteryx Designer. Community is a web-based connection with all the users of Alteryx throughout the world, actually, literally a community. Alteryx Designer is a product of Alteryx, which is what you download. Alteryx Designer, it's a desktop application. There's a web application, but that gets a little more confusing, right? But Alteryx Community, you need to understand this is a website, and we'll get into it. I'll give you a tour of that. Alteryx Help versus Alteryx Community, different things. Alteryx Help is its own thing, web-based, that you can access versus Alteryx Designer. See how confusing this is getting? Versus Alteryx Community. So Anyway, so to try to clear up some of the confusion at any rate, is Alteryx Community My Tour. I'll end with that for this step. Um, as you can see, there's a lot going on here, and it throws students, can throw you, but with this video, I hope I'm helping you out here with it. So let me go back to the assignment, and let's get started with this. Okay, I'm already 10 minutes into this thing. Hang with me, hang with me. All right, so step one, create an Alteryx Community account. It's not worth anything, but you need to do this to complete the other two steps, as I've mentioned. Okay. All right, so here's what you do. You should be able to notice how when I go over this, it says Control plus click to follow. Like most of you get this, but so what am I doing? I'm going to alteryx.com. You see up there, myalteryx.com, to create a community account, which will give it a different, it's a different web address. So let's do this. I'm just going to click Control plus click. Here we are, presto magic, and here's this thing called, look at this, Maverick Resources. I don't know what they're thinking with this, but it's basically, it's all these resources, and Maverick is basically community, sort of an ill-fated thing, we'll see. Anyway, you want to, your Maverick account, well, okay, that's what you want to call it, community account. I could do it here. If you already have one, you can come back here. But let's just see what these two sign-ups should get us to the same spot. Mission control. Anyway, here we go. All right, yes, sir. Alteryx, sign into my Alteryx. Okay, this is what you do. No, you got to have that. Your Inver Hills EDU. That's very important. Not a personal EDU, because Alteryx doesn't give out licenses unless you got an EDU or a community. So you're going to want that community, because EDU. So use that Inver Hills sign up right there, and then start the it says new single sign-on experience. You know, I haven't expected. There's a lot of places to sign on. I'm not sure about that either. Anyway, but this will get you there. I just want to go back, just because, hold on a second. I want to go back and try this and see. Here we go. I honestly don't know. This is going to be fun. All right. Control, click. Okay, so sign up here or sign up here. Is it the same thing? Ah, it is. Either one will work. Fantastic. So you go through there, and you like, if you got a password issue, so that's what you do. That's how you sign. You begin the process. Just walk through it. I'm not going to go through all those screens. We'll get to that later. So that's it. Including the student role you're using. It asks you a bunch of questions. Your student, selecting a student role and using your school email address. Very critical. You won't get it otherwise. As the process verification code is sent to your email address, student. Then if you want to, you can fill out this form to get your 1-year license for Alteryx. And you go to this portal, and I'm not going to go over this part because you don't need it for this class. If you take the next class I teach in this, you will, or you'll need the school to give you a computer, as I mentioned, but there you go. That should get you, as you go through this process, that'll give you the community account. So that's one. That was simple, right? That's one. We get step one. It'll take a little bit, but there you go. Step one. You know what? I lied. Actually, I misspoke. It was not intentional. I want to give you this. I really want to focus on this. Alteryx Community, my tour of it. So let me give you my tour of Alteryx Community after you sign up. So this is important before we go into step two. So let me give you the Don Cassidy tour of Alteryx Community. So hold on. Okay, here I am, and I'm just going to, this is my my saved websites, and this is just how I access it now that I've already had my account obviously for some time, but I just have this thing. I have Tableau and I have Alteryx up here. So I'm just going to go, I have this, you can organize this however you want, but I have it here, and this thing called Other. These were as I was preparing for the advanced exam and the core exam, anyway, I created my own little folders for that, but web folders. But anyway, so here, Alteryx Other, and let me show you. I have these because it's computer. There's so many different things, but let me show you this. Alteryx Home. Okay, this is, look at Alteryx.com. It's home. Become an analytics champion, blah, 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 analytics, blah, blah, blah. That is the home page. Okay, here's this thing called Community. You can get to this stuff a lot of different ways. Notice how important it is, though. It's right up here in a toolbar, but I have it saved in a different way. I go Alteryx Other, and I'm just going to click this, and up pops this thing. This might happen to you. I just want you not to freak out. Look, it says access denied. What? Are you kidding me? What? I went through the whole process. If this happens to you, you do not have sufficient privileges for this resource or its parent to perform this action. Don't let that throw you. I'm not sure why this is this whole single sign-on, but I'm not sure it really works. Anyway, I am in, and I'm right here. It says Community up here, and I'm going Learn, and this is the Academy, and there's a whole bunch of different things here as part of this community. Notice it says up here, community.alteryx.com. So that's different than if we went to the home page. It starts with Community and the address. So here I am, I'm in the Academy, I'm in Learning Pass, and then I'm in this thing called, these are vital, and this is confusing, so hang in there with, always remember when you got Community, it's going to start with that. Learn, Academy, Learning Pass, that's something, that's interactive lessons. The things that we want to go over are interactive lessons and certification exams. So these are the things that are important for these these two assignments. So let me just go here. All right, these are the interactive lessons, and I'll get into that in a second. I'm also going to go Learn. Again, I'm at Community, I'm going Learn, I'm at Academy, and then I'm going to go Certification Exams. Here's all this, which I'll get into in a minute. I just want you to see how this is different than the website. That's how it is. That's how it's organized, and it's important. Kind of confusing, right? Kind of overwhelming. Learn, Academy, interactive lessons, certification exams. Those are the two key ones that I want to dial in on. All right, that's the tour. Let's go back. Okay, step 2. Sorry about this. We're 18 minutes in. If you need to take a break, take a break. But it just takes a while to walk you through this. All right, so interactive lessons, 15 points. So I want you to take these quizzes. You can make this bigger if you want. I don't care. I mean, you can do something like that if you want. But I'll show you where they are. They're really the first interactive lessons. So there's 5 of them. So it's 15 points, so it's 3 points each. So I want, and at the end of them, you take a quiz and you pass it with at least 2 out of 3, and you copy the results on a Word document. I'll show you how to do that, and that's all there's to it. A couple things I want to highlight here is, again, here in step 2, you don't need to install Alteryx Designer, which is really a desktop application, on your computing device to sign up for Alteryx Community. So you don't need Designer to do these interactive lessons. They are, in fact, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And one of the key resources I used on my journey to become Alteryx Advanced Certified. So let me prove that to you, that I am. This is the body that verifies your credentialing once you become credentialed in Alteryx. So I'm going to click on this and show you where I'm at, just to show you. All right, hold on. Okay, Creedly, I think is how you say it. So these are to date the certifications I have. this one was pretty easy for me. I did it in a day, but I was on right after a sabbatical. This one took a while. I did this when I was on my sabbatical. Got the core designer, and this one is hard. But this is where I'm at. So I am Alteryx designer advanced certified, meaning I can essentially, if I was a consultant, I'm billable. Is what it amounts to. This too. So that's my credentials with Alteryx. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to do these lessons, where they are, how to do them, and then I'm just going to show you how to restart the lessons, because that can be a bit, so you get 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3. So you have to restart them and do them until you get at least 2 out of 3 of the questions right. And then when you get 2 out of 3, you pass, then you move on. So how to copy results onto Word, I've already shown you kind of, this is from Tableau Public Assignment 2, how to do that. So let me go in there and just give kind of quick walkthrough on how to take where they are, how to take them, how to copy your results of the quiz, and if you need to retake the quiz, how to start it again, and then just copy and put it into a Word document. Okay, here are the lessons. Here they are, and let me show you where they are in Community. Okay, I'm taking way back to my start page, so to speak. So I'm going to Alteryx, Other. This is just me, right? Yours isn't going to be like this, but I'm just showing you how I'm getting to Community. You get to Community however you want. But here I go, Alteryx Community. Notice again it says Community, and there's this word access denied. So I'm going Learn. I'm going Academy. I'm going Interactive Lessons. I'm clicking it. Okay, there's a lot of them here, a lot, and they try to do a summation here, and they're only doing part of them because there's so many of them. So what you need to do, so watch me hit all lessons. All right, I'm going to do it again because I think it's rather confusing. I'm going to go Interactive Lessons. It looks, when you first get in there, it could look like this. I'm going Learn, I'm going Academy, I'm going Interactive Lessons. Then I'm clicking this, very first one, All Lessons. Up pops up a different screen, and here we are. Notice it says Core, these are for the core exam. I want these right here, these 5, 3 points each, and Introduction to Alteryx. So what you do is you just click it and you go through it. It talks about it, and it's 4 minutes, and then here it is.
With Alteryx Designer, you're empowered to unlock the insights that are buried in your data, so you can experience.
Okay, hang in there with me. I'm 23 minutes into this. Just hang in there. We'll get through this. So here it is. And so you just kind of go through here and you start
By connecting tools to perform analytics.
And this will be straightforward. You go through all these, and then when you get to the end of it, this one's 4 minutes, so it's not so big. When you get to the end of it,
once you've created a workflow,
it's going to do something. What it's going to do is this: take the quiz. So I'm just going to take it, see if I can mess it up. Okay, and see how, and I'll tell you how to redo it, which is really important. Okay, so take the quiz.
To move data through a workflow, which action should be taken?
I'm just going to say, actually, I'm just going to go none. I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I hope it's wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. And then it says, oh, you can do this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Incorrect.
Select all the ways in which a tool can be added to the canvas in Designer.
I'm just going to do 1. It's incorrect. I already failed.
True or false? The workflow below has resulted in an error.
You got to get 1 right? Ha! Yes! I got 1 right. Okay, so I got 1 out of 3. Does not pass. So, now what I need to do is do it again until I get 2 out of 3. So how do I restart this? How do I restart this and I need 2 out of 3. So in order to I could restart this, but that doesn't really do it. The best way to go about this is just exit it. Trust me on this. Go back, all lessons, and just do it again. Do it again. Just, and then don't hit resume. Hit restart. Okay.
With Alteryx Designer,
go back here.
Once you've created a workflow,
go here, take the quiz.
To move data through a workflow, which action should be taken?
Okay. Trust me.
Select all the ways in which a tool can be added to the canvas in Designer.
Let you kind of go through it. So follow that protocol. I'm just going to do 1. It's the same thing. I didn't get any smarter.
True or false? The workflow below has resulted in an error.
I'm going to get the same result. But you'll be smarter. And do this and follow that protocol that I just went through. Exit the course. Don't restart it because it just doesn't work right. Exit it and hit all lessons. Do it again. And then when you get here, resume, restart it. Trust me, I've been through this. That's how you do it. That's the protocol. So that hopefully will help. Okay, so here we are. So pass each quiz with at least 2 out of 3. That's these 5. Copy the results for credit on a Word document. Okay, here we are. How to restart. Just went over how to restart lessons. Copy the results on a Word document. I talked about this already in Tableau Public Assignment 2. You can go there. Here are the links that show you how to do that. And just do that screen that you passed at least 2 out of 3. Again, 3 points for each one of those. 15 points. There you go. It'll be some trial and error, but it'll get you up and rolling. All right. Step 3 is take the Micro-Credential exam. Again, you don't need to install Alteryx Designer on a desktop. You can take you don't need to do that for the micro exam either. You don't have to pass and likely won't. If you do, I'll give you 10 extra credit points. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Copy the score and place it into Word document. I'll get that into a second because it'll send it to your email. And let me show you my score from exam, advanced exam. Then you can take this. If you don't get it, take it 7 days. Again, from the day you took it, it's free. If you do, or when you pass, put the link in from Creedly in your social media accounts or resume. 10 points to take the exam. You must complete all 40 questions. It's hard to take an exam. You know you're probably going to fail, but it's just part of the process. Alteryx wants you to learn from taking the exam. Okay, that's step 3. Let me show you my score for my advanced exam, just to show you what it'll look like in email. It won't be the advanced, but it'll be the first one. So let me show you that. Okay, here we go. These are results emailed to me from the advanced exam when I took it. I actually did quite well. It took me a few times, but I got over 92%. So it tells you about it. It tells you're going to get your badge, which is important. And it kind of breaks it down by categories. For this one's going to be different than yours, but this breaks it down. And that's what I want is your micro exam, the foundational one. Just copy this, and that's step 3, 10 points. Okay, here it is. Step 3, take and most likely fail the Alteryx Micro-Credential exam. copy the results that you use in the Word document here. And I'm not sure I showed you how to get to that exam. So let me show you that, wrap it up. Man, we're 30 minutes into this thing. But anyway, we'll wrap it up. And so let me just show you how to get there, take it. And here's the submit it to Alteryx Assignment 1 folder. It shows you how to copy the results in that Word document. It should have everything there. So let me go to that. Again, here I am, Alteryx. This is just me, right? You get to your community account. Here it is. If you get this, no worries. Go Learn, Academy. There's learning. Here's certification exams. And it's kind of organized in two things, Micro-Credentials and Designer. You're going to take this one. It's free. Click it, take it, away you go. There. That's it. That's it. Okay, sorry. This thing is over 30 minutes, but I hope valuable. And it is confusing at first, no doubt about it. So I needed to walk you through it. And these interactive lessons and these credentials, these are the core things you can do on your own, honestly. I do think taking a course in it by someone who's certified, it's my dog, advanced certified in it, is really super helpful. You can't get just by the videos, obviously, but it's a good place to start. So there you go. Best of luck. Contact me if you need to. Take care. I'm getting this sign. This is over. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.